guys, Kai here. Today we'll see how quick I can complete the Professor Oak challenge for Pokemon Anniversary Red. This hack allows you to catch all 151 Pokemon. Let's see how long this challenge takes us to complete. In this challenge, you must catch and evolve as many Pokemon as possible for each gym badge without cheats or glitches and while using only one game version. This challenge was made in 2018 by the Reddit user Shamal and popularized by YouTubers Johnstone and Kalak Meatball. This hack starts like any other POC. We name ourselves, I spelled it wrong, sorry Red Hat, and we name our rival Dick. He's just that mean to us, so he honestly really does deserve the name. I mean, the way he treats you throughout the whole game kinda makes sense, dude. Let's get it. Once we start our journey, I take the potion from the PC, which I don't want to got there. We leave our mom for 7 years, we ain't got a dad, someone's gonna do it, and I attempt to go into the tall grass. But Professor Oak stops me. He warns us that going into the tall grass alone is too dangerous and wants us to take a Pokemon from him. We take Bulbasaur for 2 reasons. Bulbasaur evolves the earliest at level 32 instead of 36. This might seem like a minor deal, however going from 32 to 36 requires around 13,000 experience points. We also chose Bulbasaur because it is the rarest of the 3 starters in this section alone. After choosing Bulbasaur, Dick decides to have a Pokemon fight. We beat our rival and snag a potion on the way to the Viridian City Pokemart to receive a package for Professor Oak and deliver to him. We then found out the parcel was none other than the Pokedex. Oak then requests both Dick and us to complete the Pokedex as this was his dream, but he is too old to do so. We oblige and we start our journey. We start by getting the map from Dick's sister and getting enough levels to defeat Dick on Route 22 for some extra money. After that fight, we go back to Professor Oak to get 5 Pokeballs and catch the following Pokemon: Meowth, Oddish, Doduo, Pikachu, Spearow, Pidgey, Bellsprout, Cubone, Tangela, and Execute, all in round 1. Gain some levels up to level 17 on Meowth. At level 17, Meowth earns Payday. Payday works by throwing coins at the opponent Pokemon, and at the end of the battle, we pick up the coins again, which in return gives us more money. The higher your level, the more money you get in return. It's roughly a 1 level to 5 coin ratio, so I did this until we had enough money to cover the rest of this section and the following sections. After this, I catch Nidoran male, Ekans, Grimer, Jigglypuff, Charmander, Squirtle, Nidoran female, and Rattata. I then head to the forest and caught Caterpie, Weedle, Abra, Venonat, Psyduck, and Diglett. That's all the catches for this section. Now it's time to evolve everything. Did most of the leveling in Route 2, then moved to the gym whiteout method. I later went back and ended the grind in Route 2 as another POCer, Mario, calculated the fastest method to level. Now, most of the mons can be trained via the whiteout method, however, we found out it's quicker to grind Abra in Route 2 since he can OHKO majority of Pokemon early on. With each level, it'll take longer and longer for Abra to go down with the gym whiteout method. With that being said, Bulbasaur evolved into Ivysaur, Ivysaur evolved into Venusaur, Abra into Kadabra, Kadabra into Alakazam, Pidgey into Pidgeotto, Pidgeotto to Pidgeot, Charmander to Charmeleon, Charmeleon to Charizard, Comfey to Weezing, Diglett to Dugtrio, Grimer to Muck, Nidoran female to Nidorina, Venonat into Venomoth, Psyduck into Golduck, Bellsprout into Weepinbell, Oddish into Gloom, Cubone into Marowak, Spearow into Fearow, Nidoran male into Nidorino, Doduo into Dodrio, Metapod into Butterfree, Weedle into Kakuna, Kakuna into Beedrill, Squirtle into Wartortle, Wartortle into Blastoise, Rattata into Eradicate, Meowth into Persian, Ekans into Arbok, and finally Poliwag into Poliwhirl. That's all the Pokemon for this section, leaving us at 58 Pokemon and a total of 99 hours and 49 minutes. I wanted to come in and quick say this footage got corrupted. I don't know where it went. It died. After wiping Brock's weak team with my strong, overpowered Alakazam, I went to Route 3 and bought Magikarp from a salesman in the Pokemon Center for $500. I then went back and caught the following Pokemon: 2 Eevee, Mankey, Machop, Shelter, Staryu, Voltorb, Horsey, and Porygon. I entered Mount Moon and attempted to get some Pokemon, but the strangest thing that happened. I got through the whole mountain without any encounters. I don't know how this happened. I even left Mount Moon in the Route 3 and the same thing that happens. I ended up going all the way back to Peter City and back, and that fixed the problem. I got both Moonstones and caught the following Pokemon: Onix, Geodude, Rhyhorn, Zubat, Sandshrew, and Clefairy. I made my way through the mountain and picked up the Helix Fossil on the way. And then after I left the mountain, I went and caught the following Pokemon: Drowsy, Ditto, Krabby, Slowpoke, Slowbro, and Farfetch'd. I then moved to Route 24 and caught Ponyta, Growlithe, Paris, and Magnemite. I then moved to Route 25 and caught Magmar, Electabuzz, and Scyther. I then head to Route 5 for Dratini, I then catch Pinsir and Jinx on route 11. This ends the catching for this section, so let's get to evolve everything. I evolved Nidorino into Nidoking, Nidorina into Nidoqueen, Magikarp into Gyarados, Zubat to Golbat, Crabbe to Kingler, Magnemite to Magneton, Horsey to Seadra, Voltorb to Electrode, Rhyhorn to Rhydon, Mankey to Primeape, Dratini to Dragonair to Dragonite, Machop to Machoke, Machoke to Machamp, Sandshrew to Sandslash, Geodude to Graveler to Golem, Paris to Parasect, Jazzy to Hypno, and finally Ponyta into Rapidash. With that final evolution, we are at a total of 109, which is the most we can get before Misty. I head straight for SSN, as there isn't anything new to catch immediately after defeating her. In doing so, we end up fighting with Dick while making our way up to the captain's room. After rubbing the captain's back, he gives us HM01 cut. We then leave the SSN and head to the Celadon City's department store and evolve with the following Pokemon: Pikachu into Raichu, Pyro into Poliwrath, Weepinbell to Victory Bell, Gloom to Vileplume, Eevee into Flareon, Eevee into Jolteon, Vulpix into Ninetales, Showder into Cloyster, Execute into Executor, Growlithe into Arcanine, Eevee into Vaporeon, and Staryu into Starmie. I then went to the restaurant and got the coin case, to which I bought Lickitung for 1,200 coins, did the events in Rocket Hideout, and got the last 2 Moonstones. I then evolved Jigglypuff into Wigglytuff. I then caught Ghastly and Haunter in the Pokemon Tower. Haunter evolved into Gengar after gaining a level. I got Hitmonchan from the dojo, and then saved the scientist after being Dick and Silphco and got Lapras. Shortly after, I beat Giovanni, then I went to Route 12 and caught Snorlax, Goldeen, Tentacool, and Seal. I then headed to Route 8 and caught Tauros, Kangaskhan, Clefable, and Chansey, and ended the catching spree with Mr. Mime on Route 7 and Hitmonlee on Route 16. Before we evolve everything, we still have the Safari Zone. We don't need to catch anything here, however, we still need Surf and the Gold Teeth. Once we acquired those, I handed off the Gold Teeth in return for the Strength HM, then I evolved Soon to Dewgong, Goldeen into Seaking, and Tentacool and Tentacool. That's all the evolution is done, and all the Pokemon we can obtain in this section, giving us 141 Pokemon at 146 hours and 10 minutes. Our next destination is the power plant. There isn't much reason to come here in this challenge except for the Biter Bird Zapdos, which was a struggle to catch as all my Pokeballs missed apart from the last one. After the Biter Bird, I headed to Seafoam Islands to catch and evolve Kabuto into Kabutops. Finally, I headed back to Pewter City to grab the old Amber. I then head back to Cinnabar Island to revive Aerodactyl and Ammonite, which then Ammonite evolved into Amistar after 1 level. This ends the section with 147 Pokemon at 149 hours and 3 minutes. We only have 1 Pokemon to get this section, and that Pokemon is the Frozen Bird himself, Articuno. Getting to Articuno was tricky, as I don't have the Seafoam Islands memorized like most other caves. There's nothing to catch at the Victory Road, so we just get the rest of the badges with Alakazam. So we head off to the Pokemon League and have a battle with Dick for one of the last few times. After we beat Dick, we head to Victory Road for 1 more Pokemon before the postgame. This would be none other than Firebird Moltres, who was easier to catch surprisingly, but after catching Moltres, we took on the Elite Four and Dick with mostly Alakazam. Nevertheless, we've become the Pokemon League champion with 149 Pokemon at 151 hours and 26 minutes. We have 2 more Pokemon to collect, Mewtwo and Mew, which will be locked until after the game. We start by getting Mewtwo in Cerulean Cave, which is a puzzle and a half. We captured Mewtwo with a time of 151 hours and 37 minutes. Before we caught Mew, I returned home to nap and had the strangest dream. I was on some unknown mountain and found someone on the cliffside. It turned out to be Dream Red, who actually had a powerful team, but still was no match for Alakazam. I then went to Vermilion City and headed back to the dock and decided to surf to the island next to us, as I was questioning what was on there. And wouldn't you know it, Mew was there all along. Mew flew off after being found, so we left and talked with the man outside, and he gave us a ride to Unknown Island, where we encountered the 151st Pokemon, Mew. I didn't want the challenge to continue, so I used the Master Ball, which gave us a flat time of 152 hours. We caught all 151 Pokemon and beat the challenge. However, there's one last fight. You see, Rainbow Devs added in a Professor Oak fight, which has some requirements. We must beat the game, complete the Pokedex, obtain the diploma, refight all gym leaders, and win the league again. Now this is where it gets interesting. Instead of Professor Oak telling us it's time to go into the Hall of Fame, he wants to see how tough we are, and wants us to battle him, but not hold back on our strength. Once Oak was defeated, our journey ended, and we completed Pokemon Anniversary Red's Professor Oak Challenge. With the challenge being done, and we are being entered the Hall of Fame for the 2nd time, or probably 3rd or 4th, I don't remember how many tries this took. I would like to thank Chaotic Meatball for inspiring me to join this scene and tackle this challenge. I had to play it twice, once to make the guide and once to actually make this video. I also want to thank Miss Oak for helping me with the routing and the testing, Rosewood for helping me with the guide's appearance, and Mario and the Underscore Crossing for being there throughout my journey through this challenge. If you liked the video, let me know in the comments below by clicking the subscribe button. If you want more content like this, drop some recommendations in the comments below. Until next time, Stay frosty, stay speedy, folks. Till then, dabba dee, dabba bye.